YouTube, what is happening? We back again with another installment, special installment, at least to me. We gonna be looking at the Royal Foamposites, 97 and forever. This is the full strength. If you're new to the full strength, we unbox Jordan's, Nikes, the occasional designer piece, and we asked $1 million question: is it worth the full strength? And today we're gonna be looking at a classic. Now, classic is a word that is thrown around pretty nonchalantly, like the word swagger, and it has lost a little bit of its cachet. You feel me? Because it's so overused. However, and we know classics are going to be different things to different people. But if you was born in the mid 80s like myself or before, and you can remember all of the 90s like myself, you will know for a fact this shoe right here is a certified classic. It is nothing to debate. There's nothing to dispute. Don't want to hear nothing you're talking about. If you don't have this in the classic category, the real classic category, we're going to look at you funny, because this is a classic. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Very excited. I've never owned these. So this is one of the rare moments that I get to have where it's like, finally. I don't get that too often these days, because I've been blessed to be able to have some of these. Now you got your Nike Foamposite box. I believe this is not original to 97, so we got to ding it on that. But you got your Air Foamposite 1 tag, dark neon royal white black, size 13 in men's. You got your glossy Nike there. Got a Nike here. Nike here. Look like Nike's all the way around. And then the bottom, you got your copyrights and all that mess. All right, now, real quick. And I need my tablet for this, so we'll do this in a second when I go get the tablet. But in 97, if you was around in 97, based on my recollection, this was the first shoe to hit that $200 price range. I remember being outside playing basketball with a group of guys in the neighborhood, and somebody said, yeah, have you seen the new pennies? They cost $200. And I knew I wasn't getting those. Moms wasn't running $200 for no J's. It was hard enough to get her to part ways with the $100, $125 for the Jordans. So I already knew. I ain't even bother asking. And in 07, when these came back out, 07, 08, whenever that was around the time where the Jordan was putting out a lot of the 8s and the countdown pack. So I kind of had to pass on these and the eggplants and the coppers, and then I wasn't in the game in 2017 and all of that. So I pretty much missed every time, but not today. Let's see if the execution is what it need to be. And we're going to get back into that classic conversation. Now, right out the box, yes, sir. See, Nike don't hit too many home runs anymore, in my opinion. This is a home run. This is a home run right here. I don't know when you're watching this. If you're watching this 2, 3, 4 years later, and I think the 30th year anniversary will be in 3 years, so you might catch these again in 2027. But in the rare event that you haven't, and I'm in your shoes, let's just say I had, and I'm watching this, and this is a classic to me. You know what? I know some people have grails, and I think grail is really only limited to one. So let's just say this is your grail. This might have been one of my long sought after grails that I could never get my hands on up until now. And I know we jumping ahead, but these is one of them shoes that I would probably have to consider tricking off the super full strength. Now, again, we don't really advocate for resale on the full strength, but there's going to be rare occasions where you're going to have to. There's been 2 occasions where I had to pay the egregious resale price, and it was for the class of 97 pack. I think I got, oh, they got me on that. I think I paid 600, something like that, 700. I mean, they got me, but I had missed when they came out, and I say, oh, well, he got game. He got game pack. I need to have that. Now, speaking of he got game, I would go so far as to say these in the Pearl Foamposite Pros remind me more of He Got Game than the He Got Game Jordans. Let's shine the light on these one time. Now again, you just classic. Really ain't even nothing to say. Let's take the insoles out one time, real quick. Now, in '97, these was 200. Now we're gonna go get the inflation calculator, and I think these was about 260 after taxes. Now you get your just regular wood shoe tree. That's a no-go there. Would have liked to seen something a little bit more fitting for a shoe of this caliber. And you really just got air on the insole. Okay, so a little plain there. Very thin. If you saw the last video, we talked a little bit about insoles. You see how flimsy this is. So I will be putting in my doctor prescribed insoles. You feel me? For extra comfort. Let's get the other one out. Let's do that on camera so you can actually see it. Get this nail off. I'm snagging all on the inside of the shoe. Let's see. All right, let's get this out. Let's pull this insole out here. We can get it. Yeah, not too thrilled with the insole. Oh, okay. So you got the Nike check on this. Okay, so I can see what they was going for on that. Okay, so you got the Nike in the air. But again, flimsy. Shit. Bear with me one moment. Let me get my light set back up. We'll be right back. All right, if you can't tell that I'm excited about unboxing these, I'm knocking stuff all over the place. All right. So let's go to the inflation calculator here. And I got it plugged in at April 1997 to September 2024. And I think I was, let's just do the price before tax. Let's do 240.00. All right, let's calculate that. I have to go back a month. Okay. All right. Now take a look at what you got there. 240. Oh, I did that backwards. 200. $40 more today. Okay. Let's calculate that. Okay, even still. April of '97, which is when I think these came out, at 200 is the equivalent of $393 today in 2024. So you can almost say that with inflation, they're charging, almost, you can basically say it. They're charging just about 40%. They're losing. You can almost say they're losing money. Now we know that it costs them X amount of money to make the shoes, blah, blah, blah. But $393. Now that's a good segue into the resale piece. So let's go to eBay one time again. If you're watching this video, or let's just say you missed on the shock drop like me, and let's say you missed on the regular release. And again, I don't know if you're watching this video a year from now, 5 years from now, maybe these prices go up. You never know. Maybe they stay the same. Maybe they go a little bit lower. For me, like I say, I paid $415 for the black and red 11s. That was my sleep tax in 2020, because that's when I was just getting back into the game. I think I had missed them. So I guess it was 2021 when I did that. No, I guess it was 19. So yeah, 2020. It was like right after COVID. Went ahead and tricked that off, 415. Based on what you're looking at on your inflation piece, 393 would probably be my cap. You feel me? And from what I can tell right here, they are, you can, you know, they always going to tax you on your Bigfoot sizes, your 13s and 14s, which I'm a 13 to 14. They usually hit us a little bit more because I guess they don't make as many in that size, which really don't make no sense, because I would think that when you're talking about basketball players and even really just in general, you know, there's a lot of people that are, you know, 6 feet and up or 6'2" and up, whatever, and they 13, 14, 15, 16. You know, I know a dude that's 6'4" and he wears a size 15. So, you know, that's not really all that uncommon, I would argue. But yeah, these prices here, again, I don't advocate for no resale, and resale shouldn't be a part of your normal buying cadence. But if you consider this a classic, and I consider this a classic, and you slept and you got to pay your sleep tax, again, anything with a 3 in front of it, you know how it is. Like, that's not going to be easy to part ways with. You feel me? And anything with a 4 in front of it, definitely. But yeah, if you can be in this, you know, for the small foot family, if you can be in that 234, that's around retail, and, you know, make sure your authenticity guarantee is selected. But yeah, 250 to 300. I think I was 260 after tax. So if you got to pay 3 and some change after tax, that's not too bad for a certified classic. You feel me? A certified classic. Let's take a look at the Foamposites. Let's see what the Foamposites, or I'm sorry, the eggplants is going for, because I've been on the fence about getting them eggplants. But again, I can't run what they want for a size 13. Let's take a look at the eggplant just real quick. Let's filter it by brand new with box. So again, I mean, prices don't look too crazy, but I don't see no size 13. So go 12 for 340. Again, I don't know if I can run 340 for that. You feel me? So that's the cat and mouse game of the sneaker game. I will say that Nike is getting a little bit better, but still, y'all need to quit coming out with that garbage. Y'all really need to make a separate app and just call it the Nike Classics app. You feel me? And let the classics, if you want the classics, like I say, I'll pay a monthly subscription for that. Just let me get the classics. You feel me? This right here is a classic. Again, He Got Game. I might have to watch that tonight. You feel me? Certified classic, the best basketball movie of all time. You got a couple of Foamposite sightings. You got some Foamposite Pearl sightings. You got the Zoom Hawk Flight sightings up in that. Right? And then, of course, you got your AJ 13s and one of the Pippins. I can't remember the exact name. But you get your, you know, if you've had Foamposites before, you got your regular laces there. You got your penny 1 cent logo. Right here, forgive my ashy hands. I just hopped out the shower. Let's see. Got the 1 cent logo on the back there, stitched in. I don't see a whole bunch of glue stains on here. Quality looks pretty good. Needs a little bit of a buff, but aside from that, quality looks good. You got your icy bottom. I like the icy bottom. I don't really care that they get piss yellow after you wear them, because I wear mine, so whatever. It'd be nice if they could find a way to keep them ice yellow or ice blue, but I'm not tripping. Again, they hit us with a classic, certified classic. We got one more test. Let's see if it passes the Orlando Magic pinstripe jersey test. That'll let us know if they got the blues right. Set that to the side there. Okay. And it appears as though we have a pass on the Orlando pinstripe test. So any of your Orlando Magic gear, this will match with any of the Memphis family. Let's see, do I have any Memphis? I don't know where my penny jersey is. Let me see. See if I can find any. See if I can find that penny jersey real quick. All right, real quick. Found somewhere to pass this in. Wanted to pull out the Foamposite Pros. This is from the class of '97 pack. Now I've worn these, but if you notice, you still got some iciness on that. And I've probably worn these, 20 times, something like that. So the piss yellow thing, you know, you start, I don't even know that you're starting to even get any yellow. You know what I'm saying? So this shoe, and I've had this since 20, maybe 19 or 20. So 4 years again. So what I do, I tend to store mine away from the sunlight. Matter of fact, let's get this light off of that. Tend to store mine away from the sunlight. You feel me? In a cool, dry place. That's how you really should store all your shoes. And that'll help to preserve your iciness. But shoe in the right hand has been worn quite a few times. And then obviously the shoe on the left is dead stock. So piss yellow should take a long time to get to. I got a pair of piss yellows. But let me tell you why I think these are piss yellows. These are piss yellow because, number one, I bought these secondhand. I bought these used. So I didn't buy these brand new. You feel me? And I hooped in these. I kept them in the trunk. And they were already kind of piss yellow. So I would be surprised if, had I bought these brand new and I owned them from the jump, they would get this pissy. Now we'll see, because I'm gonna try to get my hands on the ones coming out in December, and that'll be a good test. Maybe once a year, just compare the yellowness and all of that. So, yeah, wanted to just cover that. Because again, I think the piss yellow thing is relative. I think everybody's experience is different because people handle their shoes a little bit different. So, wanted to make sure I touched on that. All right, for the Memphis family, you got your Memphis gear. Yeah, a little different on the tones. But if you throw some black jeans on it, you can probably get away with a Memphis hoodie, whatever. You feel me? If it's white or gray, you can definitely get away with it. So, passes the Orlando tests and the Memphis tests. So, let's go ahead and wrap this up. So, 1997 and forever, classic. Really changed, one of the few shoes that you can say literally did change the game. Change the game. No doubt about it. This is a certified 100% undoubted classic. If you got a hierarchy of shoes, this is somewhere at the top. Ain't no doubt about it. You feel me? Nike gets, they get a solid grade. I don't know if it's perfect because, again, I don't think this is the OG box. You feel me? I would have liked to have whatever the box is from '97. We'll see if we can put that on the screen. But aside from that, this is a 10 out of 10. 5 stars, whatever you want to call it. Again, this is one of the few shoes, if you slept and you like me and you never had this shoe, because this is my first time owning this shoe, and you gotta pay resale. Resale is an ultimate last resort. You miss on a restock and it's been 1-2 years, it's maybe 3 years have gone by, and it's 2027 and they ain't dropping these for the 30th. Yeah, you might want to go ahead and pull the trigger on these. Fantastic, fantastic. A classic, a true certified classic. I think this is the first certified classic that we reviewed on here, in my opinion. You feel me? Now we'll see with them Columbia 11s coming out, because them came out and they were heavy. They were heavy hitters when they dropped. You feel me? Might just need to do a video on classics. You feel me? And just focus on the 90s. Because that was everything they're coming out with is from the 90s. You feel me? 80s and 90s is king. If it wasn't for that, Nike would have been bankrupt. Feel me? Straight up and down. Certified classic. Grail status. You feel me? You ain't never had them. I ain't never had them. So this is probably one of my grails right here. So you won't be disappointed at all. Fantastic. Got to give Nike some props on this. Their business practices are still questionable, and they still piss me off. You feel me? It's still impossible to buy shoes. You feel me? But hopefully they'll keep giving us some chances for those that miss. You feel me? That'll do it for this episode of The Full Strength. My favorite up to this point. I know we probably getting closer to 50 videos a year, you know, since I started doing this. I think it's in December, so, or maybe even November, something like that. So shout out to everybody if you've been sticking with me since the beginning. Really appreciate you. You feel me? If you just new and you stuck all the way to the end, really appreciate you as well. You feel me? Got a lot of things coming out in the next 18 months, you know. And I'm just like you. I don't got no plug. I don't got none of that. I try to buy the shoes, see what they talking about. You feel me? So, again, shout out to y'all. Appreciate you. Everybody comment, like, and subscribe. And really appreciate y'all. And it's The Full Strength. And we will catch y'all on the next one.